discount window. Discount window went from 152 down to 110, and you have a little bit of a similar size shift over. That just means that banks who are getting penalized on their treasuries and mortgage-backed securities, they're like, I don't need to get penalized, but I got this. I took this to the discount window before this new thing was open. So I'll just move it from the discount window where I'm getting penalized and I'm getting market value over to the new facility. I'm still impaired. I'm still in the ICU. It's just, they're giving me better blood. It's good. It's awesome. But am I really going to go crazy and make loans right now? No.
Right.
No.
And I know that you've mentioned that that's why this is actually more deflationary. So I was hoping you could touch a little bit on that, because a lot of people on Twitter right now are sharing the Fed's balance sheet and how it's basically gone back up like 2/3 of what since quantitative tightening began.
Quantitative tightening. It's Armageddon. Oh my God. It's inflation.
Yeah. It seems like there's been this debate that's sparked of, is this QE? Is it not QE? Can shed light on that? Because I know you have been one of the people that's saying this is not QE and not inflationary.
All right. So Natalie, we're going to play a little Socrates here. So any bank in America 3 weeks ago, compare that to today. You walk in off the street and you want to take a loan out, and you're Joe Q banker, Jane Q banker at whatever bank in America you want to name it. 3 weeks ago, today, when would they have been more willing to give you access to credit for whatever it is you want to buy?
Way before.
Way before. Now they're a little freaked out. And their bosses have told them the regulators are coming. They're going to come and look at our loan book. And they're going to realize that some of the loans that we're sitting on aren't really worth where we have them on our books. So we're going to need a little bit more wiggle room here, loan officers. So when anybody comes in to access credit, if they're like Warren Buffett or God, you go ahead and extend as much as you want. Otherwise, come talk to me first, or make them pledge triple collateral, or whatever it is. This is what a credit crunch looks like. A credit crunch looks like, oh my God, we've just had a banking crisis. And oh my God, the regulators are finally going to come in and realize that, oh, you know what? The income tax refund season wasn't all what it was cut out to be. And we've seen this. It's just plain and true. IRS data. The average US income tax refund is a negative 11% year over year. Now, why are we talking about cars? Auto dealerships call kind of the period between late February and early April, they call it Christmas, because that's when people go and they rush and they get their income tax refunds, and they kind of make it to where they're like current on their credit card from all that holiday spending. And then they go take it and plunk the rest down of the refund on a new car loan. That's not happening. And that's a problem, because people are like, wait a minute, where's my money? I was expecting to have more money. And I'm like, well, the federal government didn't give you as many things in 2022, so that you didn't have to pay taxes on as they did in 2021 and in 2020. So we apologize, but your income tax refund is smaller. There wasn't a child income tax in cash given to you that you didn't have to pay taxes on. There weren't supplementary unemployment benefits that you didn't have to pay cash on. So I'm sorry, but your income tax refund is 11% smaller than it was last year. So the liquidity that you thought you were coming into as a household ain't there. So you're like, well, shit, then I can't buy the car. So auto lending is clamping down big time. Auto lenders are stepping back entirely from the market, some. And that would have happened before even Silver Lake went, because nobody was going to have an effect on the size of your average income tax refund. That was just going to happen anyways. And lending standards were clamping down well before any of this happened as well across the board. So your starting point is the highest subprime auto delinquency rates in the history of mankind. That's your starting point. So banks were already saying, oh, okay, we've got some bad credit going on here, blah, blah, blah. And then a bank blows up. But credit crunches by definition are deflationary events. They just are.
It can get confusing because, if a loan is an asset, you would think that they want more assets on their balance sheet as opposed to, deposits that people want higher interest.